room with Team Little Mike, and left to right, of course, we have trainer Dale Romans, owner Carlo Vaccarezza, and Nick, who's Little Nick, and there was a horse named Little Nick, who is Little Mike's half-brother.
Older brother.
Older half-brother, yep. And then the human Little Mike, Mike Vaccarezza, and of course the owner of record, Priscilla Vaccarezza. Congratulations to all five of you. And Dale, I guess I have to ask you first, among the various decisions you had to make about which horses should run in which Breeders' Cup races, perhaps the decision that was questioned most was Little Mike in the turf. Obviously, he was a free-running sort. What prompted you, first of all, to send him long after what was a less than exciting effort in the Turf Classic?
Well, we discussed it. Carlo and I discussed every issue, and the good thing about training for Carlo and Priscilla is you don't have to, you're not going to be second guessed. So you can think about it and make the right decision instead of the decision everybody thinks you should make. We've been planning all year to try to stretch him, and we sort of had a knee-jerk reaction after the race at Belmont on the soft turf to go back to the mile. And when we got together and cool our heads, we decided the best thing for him was to go the mile and a half and try to control the race. We didn't think we could control the race going a mile. There were some pretty fast horses in there.
Okay. You talk about controlling the race, and typically Little Mike does his thing on the lead, making everybody chase him. Carlo, were you concerned when the gates opened, they had run a furlong or so, and Little Mike was in third rather than on the lead?
Well, actually not, because Dale told Ramon that if any other horse go on a lead, late second or third, and it's very hard. Little Mike is very unique. He has raw talent out of the gate. He's very fast, but at the same token, he got a lot of stamina. So if he goes in front and try to run with Little Mike, they're not going to finish the race. And if you give him a soft pace, he's going to burn you at the end, because he easily can come home in 11. So it's one of those very, very unique horses. A lot of speed and a lot of stamina.
We felt like we could control the race by, even if horses got in front of him, those horses weren't going to outrun him, weren't going to win the race. In the mile, we thought if there were some horses in there could get in front of him, we couldn't outkick them.
Were any of you worried when Trailblazer kind of looped around you and looked like he might be taking command?
Yeah, I was going first time around when we crossed over the dirt.
Get on this.
Well, when he crossed over the dirt to the turf for the first time around, and I was worried because he's never off the lead, and I was worried about if he could pass up Turbo.
I was worried until he pulled up on the backside.
And before we throw it over to the media, much was made about the very soft conditions last time at Belmont. However, he had won on good turf before. It wasn't like he needed a pool table to succeed in the past. Was the course so soft at Belmont that it wasn't anything even approaching the softish conditions he had faced before?
Well, at Belmont Park, he from the start of the race, he hated the soft going. Rain for 3 or 4 days in a row in New York that day. They didn't do absolutely nothing with the turf. Was very high and was very, very soft. So Ramon did the right thing with the horse, didn't try to hurt him, And we finished, I believe, 5th or 6th in the race, and actually was, looking back, was the best thing ever happened to Little Mike.
That was a track that you really had to like to going to do any good at all. He could run on with some cut in the ground, but they were sinking down to their ankles on that day, and he just didn't like any part of it. But it made it easy to draw a line through the race.
We still do have to remember that after the race, Little Mike he had a swollen eye after the race, so he did get hit in the eye by something during the Joe Hurst Turf Classic.
Considering what you've accomplished this year, what is his best distance?
Today it's a mile and a half. I don't know. He's a phenomenal horse. He's a major overachiever, and he's proven it's all wrong. I don't think anybody up here thought he could be more than a miler last year, and now we're seeing that we don't know where his limit is.
I want to say something else. Whoever is getting this message, it would be a disgrace if Dale Roman is not indicted in the Hall of Fame. Okay?
We should mention this is Dale's third Breeders' Cup win to go along with Tappett's Fly and Court Vision last year, all on the grass, and also Ramon Dominguez's third Breeders' Cup win after connecting with Better Talk Now and last year with Hanson. We've got questions in the room and questions from upstairs, and we'll start with Tom.
Little Mike has shown, though he may be called little, he has a big heart. And you won the Arlington Million and another $3 million race here. So maybe you ought to consider a change in his name. And the second thing is, given the fact he raced poorly on a yielding turf course in the Turf Classic in New York, how much of a contributing factor the firm turf course helped you today?
Well, we can run on just about anything, but I don't think there aren't many races that would have been left on that turf course at Belmont Park. If it wasn't such an important prep for the Breeders' Cup and a major Grade 1, there's no way they would have left that on. That track was just for the taking for a horse that just loved the going. With that being said, we're not going to have to face those conditions very often.
Dale, question for you. On behalf of all of us here at Santa Anita, thank you for being so incredibly accommodating with all the media. It's been an honor to have you here. That said, the way you won today, any chance you'd come out here with this horse this winter?
Well, all the options are open. I mean, we're looking at Dubai. There are a couple of nice races over there for him. Coming back here, the right spot. I mean, we'll take him anywhere. We have horse, we'll travel.
And the other thing I want to say on behalf of the Romans team, I would like to thank Santa Anita for the unbelievable, the way that they act and they treat us phenomenal. But they was very accommodating and, cheers to you guys.
It has been an unbelievable experience to be out in Santa Anita, the way they've treated Tammy and myself and our whole team. She's been here 3 weeks with the horses, and she's trying to talk me into bringing a lot of horses out here. So
we need 30 stalls.
right.
Carlo, let's put Dale's induction into the Hall of Fame on the back burner for the time being.
It should never be on the back burner. I think that's on the front burner.
But if you would, weigh in on on where you think Dale stacks up in terms of who should be the Eclipse Award winning trainer for this year.
Oh, that's an easy question. I mean, just what he did with Little Mike. I mean, Sunshine Million, Woodford Reserve, Arlington Million, and the Classic today. Not only should be a Hall of Fame, Little Mike should be the Eclipse Award on the turf. I mean, would be point of entry. And if for whatever crazy reason Wise Dan fails today, I mean, I don't think it's any question that who will be the Eclipse Award on the turf.
Dale, did Carlo leave any races out? Did he mention the Met Mile?
Yeah, he forgot about a few of these other horses we trained, but no.
Pacific Classics.
It's been a great year. All those things will take care of themselves, but I definitely think that Little Mike's turf champion. I mean, he's won the two most prestigious races in this country on the grass. Wise Dan's had a great year, but when you put the Arlington Million and the Turf Classic the same year, I think you're a champion.
And the Woodford.
Priscilla,
And the Woodford.
obviously today is the highlight of Little Mike's career so far, but he's been a pretty exciting horse right from the beginning, right when Joe Bravo was riding him for Alan Iwinski, running at Monmouth and showing a lot of promise. What's it been like from the whole trip from start to finish?
I have to say, when no one believes in Little Mike, he does it. So I like when he's not the favorite and no one thinks he can do the extra distance. And whenever I'm nervous and don't think that he has a chance, he wins. So maybe they'll give him some respect after this. I don't know. It's maybe because his name is Little Mike. So we
Little
kinda
respect.
secret weapon there.
All right, well...
We have to just to acknowledge one person. I think Jimmy Krupe and Ocala, Krupe Newcastle Farm, they did an unbelievable job racing the horse, breaking him, and training him, and he deserved a lot of credit.
All right, well said, Carlo, and congratulations to you, to Dale, to Nick, to Mike, and Priscilla. Go
And
ahead.
our daughter Alexis, who couldn't be here today.
Well, I'm sure she's very pleased as well.
She's
A
back
great
home.
victory and a great culminating effort from a gelding we look forward to seeing in the years to come. Little Mike, terrific job. Congratulations again.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.